the good word? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Let me turn myself up just a little bit. Let me turn myself up. How y'all doing? What's good? So today I said, you know what? Let's get over in DaVinci and do some magic masking, and then we'll go out to Blender and just kind of get some things popping from there. So yeah, no real introduction. I got this clip from, when did I record this? Let me look up the info here. I recorded this August 6th, 2024, right? So I got this clip where I'm hanging on a pull-up bench, right? Like a weight bench, but it has the pull-up thing on it, right? And I filmed this with an Osmo Pocket 3. So is the Osmo Pocket 3 good enough for VFX? Like, we're about to find out. Like, we're about to find out today. Yeah, so basically when I shot this, my thought process was like, yo, like I need to be hanging off the side of a mountain. Do I plan on using this for my film? I don't know. We'll see. But I said I need to be hanging off the side of a mountain, right? And I need to actually like fall. And so here we are in this scene. I'll turn the volume down because, well, it doesn't matter. Actually raining. It was actually raining. Hat fail. I thought that was cool. Boom. And I want to stop it about right there. Right about there is where I want to stop it. And yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. So because I know that a lot of y'all hate the Fusion page, guess where we're going to do this at? Fusion. Yeah, we got to do it right. We got to do it right, because if we're going to do it, I'm going to take y'all over to the Fusion tab. I actually like the magic mask in Fusion a lot better than the color page. Don't ask me why. I just think it's a little bit stronger. But yeah, so I want the hat. I want me. I want the body. I want the legs. I am going to see, where's the shoes? I want the shoes. Is there any other part? Don't forget this hat. Keep that hat. Make sure we still getting the shoes. And we are gonna do better and turn the refine range down. I do that because sometimes it'll pick up extra things and I don't want it to pick up the bar at all. So here we are, hanging. We got some camera shake in there, so you know we're gonna have to track it. Definitely gonna have to do some camera tracking. But boom, look how quick that was. Look how quick that was, and look how accurate it is. So you got to be bold to do camera tracking on live. I always say that, and I don't know why. I don't know why I always do it when I can easily do this in Blender just by masking this out. I think it would probably be easier that way. Let me just see what I could do here. Invert matte. We don't need the sound. I'll mute that. Invert the matte. We got the hat falling and everything. Even got the splash. That's crazy. That splash was wild. Okay. So we good there, right? Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over into Blender and I'm going to camera track it there just because it'll be easier. It'll be easier. It'll be more efficient for what we're trying to do today. So what I'll do is I'll go to the deliver page. We will make a new folder inside of the think tank and we'll name this one side of a mountain. I don't know. Side of a mountain. I definitely got to do better with my file management. I'm terrible. But yeah, we'll save that for right there. We'll do QuickTime. Is it QuickTime? Do we want to do QuickTime? Yeah, we'll do QuickTime. We'll do we're gonna make this an image sequence. Blender loves image sequences. And it's a lot easier because you're not tied to a frame rate. So we're going to do OpenEXR RGB half DWAA. We are going to export alpha, and we are going to do, we don't got the source resolution. That's okay. I'll change it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'll change it. Yeah. So, oh, but now I got to go back. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to this magic mask and see if, did I have to change it? Nope, I don't gotta do no changing. It automatically kind of changed it for me. But I think because we have the render cache on, which we're not gonna use anyway, I could turn that off. Huh? I wonder why it looks like that in the deliver page. What we'll do is I'll come back here and I'll just, let me see what part. I'll just add a, I'll add a minus there and then just retract the whole thing. Oh, I saw I lost my shoes. So yep, we want to stop. Boom, I need them shoes, partner. Excuse me. Okay, so we tracking that again. Just make sure we got that 4K resolution. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like VFX is not simple, but it's also simple at the same time. I know that's an oxymoron, but I don't really find it difficult to understand, right? And I think that as we go along, you'll see how simple it can be. Keyword can, because you definitely gonna have some times where VFX is not gonna rock with you. It's not gonna rock with you. So in my deliver page, I'm not getting the full coverage of my mask. And I'm thinking it has to be because of the render cache. Has to be. Oh, proxy. Preferred camera originals. There we go. Preferred camera originals. Oh, snap. What we got going on here, y'all? I don't see that in the Magic Mask page or over here when I'm Magic Masking. I don't see that. So let me see. We'll regenerate. We'll clear and regenerate all. Yes, regenerate. I don't know. It'd be some things that just it don't like to work sometimes. Some things just don't like to work sometimes, and it'd be all good. It'd be all good. So it's kind of regenerating that cache. I might have gotten stuck. I might have frozen. Did I freeze? Yeah, I froze. Oh, I think I'm back. I think I froze again. Yeah, it's finicky. It's finicky. Sometimes being on OBS and trying to do VFX is rough. That's why I said I wasn't going to camera track it in DaVinci Resolve, because I know for a fact that will happen to you if you try to camera track in DaVinci Resolve and record on OBS at the same time. All right, so there we go. We regenerating. Just have to let it breathe a little bit. Regenerating that cache data. Is it cache or cache? I don't know. Y'all tell me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too technical with the terms. I don't know. Some people say cache. Some people say cache. Some people say albedo. Some say albedo. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I don't know. But if we look at that output, I don't know why that would be like that, but we'll see. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. EXR, DWAA, timeline resolution, export alpha, force, debayer. Yep. Let's change this, because I definitely moved it. Where did it go? Where did I put it? Think tank and side of a mountain. Select folder. And yeah, we'll add, and we will render. Yeah, see, it was just something going on with I don't know why that happened, but very quickly we see that we're at like 25% already on the render. Major shout out to Puget Systems. Major shout out to my guys over there, the fam, huh? Puget Systems for the dual 4090s and the Threadripper 7960X. So, you know, when it's working, it's working. And not about 90% of the time it's working. 10% is user error. So, definitely in love with the CPU. Custom built for my workflow. All right, so we finished up, right? And if we're gonna go into Blender, it's only right that we go into Blender 5.0. And I got a bunch of different Blenders on here. I got a bunch of different versions of Blender. I keep a couple different versions of Blender. Nah, you got to keep a couple different versions. You got to. For instance, in Blender 4.5, the bridge or the Quixel Megascans bridge plugin still works. When I came over to 5.0, the bridge plugin no longer works. So, yeah, you know, you got to keep a couple different versions of Blender. We're going to go right on over to the VFX motion tracking tab. Going to open up exactly where we put that EXR sequence, which is in side of a mountain. And we are going to get all 315 frames, open clip. DaVinci, the Blender color space is sRGB. So that gives you your color back. You just change the color space back to sRGB. Yeah, and from here, I should be able to set scene frames prefetch, which is giving it kind of like a preloading the frames, I guess you could say. Now, the hard part for this is we're going to try to detect some images, detect some features here in here. So I'll do it automatically. One thing I do when I detect features is I lower the threshold to 0.01 and I lower the distance to 80. And then what else do I do? Normalize. That helps out with the lighting shifts. One thing I didn't think about is that this water is moving, so it might kind of mess up the track a little bit, but we'll be able to fix it. I'll delete that. Correlation, I do 0.9. You want it to be 90% sure that you know, that what it's tracking is correct, you know, not at least 90% sure. So I'm just going to track forward, and automatically all the bad markers are going to start jumping around, and those are the ones that are pretty much moving. But because I got so many other tracking markers, I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think that I'm going to have to add more features. Especially because Blender only needs 3 tracking markers. It only needs 3 tracking markers in order to get you a good solve. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to select all these trackers, all these tracking markers, and I'm going to go backwards. Track it backwards. Oh, did we freeze? No. Yeah, I think we did actually. All track backwards. There we go. All right. So the thing about the camera tracking in Blender, when it comes to cleaning up your track before you solve, you always want to delete these peaks. The reason why you delete those, because those are basically like errored tracking markers. So you just go through and you just kind of delete the peaks. It's the tedious portion of camera tracking in Blender. I'll tell you, I don't really like it too much. But there are other options, you know, like when we get into cold map tracking, you can track in DaVinci Resolve. You can do camera tracking in After Effects. It's a lot of places you can do camera tracking, but my favorite to do the camera tracking currently right now is still in the Fusion tab. I don't know. I like figuring stuff out, and for a while it was giving me a run for my money. But Blender is lightning fast when it comes to the tracking. That's one thing I can definitely say about it. Lightning fast. And you only need 3 tracking markers to get a good solve. You can't beat that. This is the tedious portion. Once again, like I told you, very tedious. Just knocking off these peaks here. I got a whole bunch of them over here. Knock off the peaks. And I could, honestly, I could just clean the markers automatically, but I find that when you do that automatically, you take out some good tracking markers along with the bad ones. And I typically don't like to take out my good tracking markers. Not even by accident. So that's why I do it manually. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Just the ones that I really like peaking like crazy. And then I'll go over to, because we're, you know, we want to get this, cleaned up relatively quickly. I'll go over to solve. I'll let them know that this was not a tripod shot. I want them to automatically select my keyframes, refine my focal distance, because I don't know what it was. I was shooting on the Osmo Pocket 3. We're going to find out today if the Osmo is good enough for virtual effects. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is, but we're going to find out today. Help me with the optical center, because I don't know where the center of my frame is since I filmed diagonally. Also, I don't have any radial distortion. It's not barreling on the sides. It's not doing none of that. But we are going to clean this up. And how I'm going to clean it up is I'm going to delete segments based on the error rate, or the error, the reprojection error. There we go. Reprojection error. Let's see what we got. How many is it selecting? Ooh, it's not selecting a whole lot. All right, so we'll go by track frames. Look at it, cleaning up. If you see that the tracking data down at the bottom right there, it's definitely knocking a lot of them out. I don't want to take too many. We'll do that just in case I have to come back and undo it. But we'll solve. Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. So we got to undo that. Let's undo that. And let's solve from... It's solving now based on what I deleted and not the deleted segments from the error, reprojection error. But just that quick, we're getting a refined solution, 0.66. That's good enough. That's good enough. When you're tracking your camera, you just want it under 1. It's supposed, your solve error is supposed to be under 1. I did notice though that the blue line is only from here onward. And there was movement in the beginning. Let's see, maybe from here back. I want to add some tracking data. So I'll go to detect features. And it's the same data from before. And I'll just go backwards. That's a lot of data. It's a lot of tracking markers. I'll clean up just that portion. And we're going to resolve after this because I want to make sure that that blue line is basically like your entire throughput. Oh, I see it stopped over here too. We're going to go back over there too. Let's see. But it gave us a 0.66, so we close. We close. And then I'll go to the end over here. I will detect those features and we'll track forward. It's a lot of data. It's a lot of data. All right. Boom. We'll clean this up a little bit. Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. And then maybe what we can do is we can see what type of solve error we get just without doing a major clean. Are we going to be under 1 pixel? Are we going to be under 1 pixel? It's selecting the keyframes for me right now, letting me know exactly basically the main points of the video where it deems to be the best parts to track from. It's refining the solution. 0.76, and it's all the way through to the end. I got a little data here that's not rocking with me, and we really need that because that's the beginning of the. Do we really? We going with it. We going with it. So I'm gonna set the origin. My origin will be here. I think that tracking marker stays on the whole time, doesn't it? Well, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I'll put one on the ground. I'll put a tracking marker on the ground. See, does that one stay put the whole time? No, I got some in the grass. Let's select all of them. Let's see. I know I got a good one in the grass. Yeah, that one locked on. That one's locked on. That's gonna be my origin. That's gonna be my origin. I'm not gonna set the ground plane, and you'll see why. You'll see why. Set up tracking scene. I'm gonna go back to my 3D layout. I am going to delete this cube because I don't need it. Delete this because I don't need it. And here, let me get out of Passepartout. Passepartout basically just or is it Passepartout? I don't know what it's. Either way, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even know how to spell it. Let me see. Let me click the camera, and it's Passepartout in the camera tab. Passepartout, yeah, that, right? We don't need it right now because I want to see like exactly where my camera is in space, and I would be able to better see that if my world was a lot darker. First of all, I'm in Eevee. I'm in cycles. Okay, cool. Let me get that out of here. Go to my world. Let's turn it a little bit darker. I'll go to my render. Where is that camera? Where did the camera go? View, frame all. And if I select the camera, I must be under the grid. I turn the grid off usually. Let's see. Let's turn this grid back on. The floor and the grid is on. Z-axis was off. Where am I? I don't know where I am. Let me just generate a plane. Maybe I'll be able to see where I am a little bit better. View, frame all. Yeah, I don't even see the frame. I don't even see the plane that I just created. It says it's there, but okay. Okay, so it's face down. Plane. And it's not letting me resize. Okay, all right. We're running into a little bit of a difficulty right here. Oh, I still got the constraints on the camera. I don't need that. Focus point, I don't need that. Focal target, I don't need that. I just need the camera. That's it. But I think because I deleted that, I deleted the camera. Crap. Okay, back to the motion tracking. And we will set as background, set tracking scene. There we go. Okay, there we go. I think it was a camera issue. Yeah, it was a camera issue. All right, bet. All right, bet. So we will go to the camera, click on the camera, and this is what it got me at. It says that I was filming at a 45.9 focal length. It says that my sensor size, where's my sensor size? The width was 35. Yeah, it pretty much got me with all that, right? I want to be able to see as far as I want to. So I'm going to move the clip ending all the way over. And I'm also going to do the same thing over here because you got to do it twice to be able to see it in the viewport and to see it also in the camera. So just type in some ungodly number. Pass part 2. Okay, I can delete this plane. Where's the plane? And what I want to do is I don't want to use the same EXR sequence that I brought into track. So basically now what I want to do is I want to use that video as the background so I can kind of replace and move things over the video. So I'll go here to the project and I will find out exactly, let me move this magic mask. Actually, just move the magic mask, go to deliver, that same spot in the think tank where we delivered it to the first time. We're gonna create a folder within that folder called whole vid seq or whole vid sequence. All right, we're gonna save that there. Let's once again make this EXR RGB half DWA, timeline resolution, add, render. So now I'm getting a whole EXR sequence without the alpha. Because this time around, I didn't need to keep anything out. I didn't need to mask anything out. The reason why you mask the moving parts out, once again, because they'll mess up your track. Anything that's moving within the frame will mess up your track. So you mask that out before you track it. We had about 70%. Ah, yeah, chiropractor, need that. Yeah, 90%. Okay, we're done. All right, so I'm gonna close DaVinci Resolve back out because I don't need it anymore. And then here, I'm gonna go to background images. I'm going to close. Actually, am I gonna close it? Yeah, I'm gonna close that and I'm gonna open the one that we just brought in. Side, boom, 1 through 315. Uh-oh. 1 through 315, open clip. And then I can go back to this menu and then now, boom, I got that there, right? Now, once again, this is supposed to be sRGB. I don't know if it came in that way. No, it didn't. It came in Rec 709. I'm going to turn off the grid floor again because I don't need to see the grid. I really don't need to see anything other than my X and my Y axis. And honestly speaking, I really don't even need to see that. So what I'll do is I'll just start kind of like blocking out the scene. Like, how do I want to go about doing this, right? I know right up in here on the Y axis needs to be, this is going to be like a mountain, right? I do want to turn on my gizmos. I can't see my, here we go. This is going to be like a mountain. So we're just blocking out the scene. The mountain will be like up here, right? Let's even bring it up a little bit higher to give the illusion, right? And then I'll say like maybe like Shift A, we'll make a cylinder and I'll rotate that on the Y axis 90 degrees. And this will be like a branch that I'm hanging on to of some sort, right? Maybe it'll have like, I don't know what, sticks coming out of it, multiple like sticks coming out of the branch. I don't know. We'll figure that out, right? So boom, I'm hanging on the branch. Now underneath, so what's going to be underneath me? We got to figure that out, right? So for that, and I've been having so many issues with this next program that I want to show y'all. I don't know what's been going on and I hope it's fixed. I hope it works. but I'm going to minimize this. First, I'm going to save it. Save as. And I'll save this in the same location where we're getting our footage from, which is side of a mountain. And I'll save it here. And so this next program, Gaia, I've been having issues with it. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah, Gaia, hey, I got the license, we good, we locked in. We should be good. We should be good. But I've been having issues on the export. So basically with Gaia, it's pretty simple. It's a node-based geometry or landscape. It's a node-based landscape tool. What do I want below me? What do I want below me? Let's see. Like a ridge. Do we want a ridge? Let's say we did a ridge. I'm not, you know what they say, study long, study wrong, right? So let's say we did a ridge. We got a ridge below us. All right. And then let's say we want to add, let's see, what can we add to that ridge? We could change the surface. Okay, so maybe we want to scatter, or maybe we want to, let me see. We don't want sand. What can we add to this? Primitive, island, mountainside, volcano. I don't do this a lot. I don't use Gaia a lot, but I had this thought process to use this for this scene last night. So, oh, simulate. Maybe we could simulate some erosion because it is raining in that scene, right? So we simulate some erosion. What else can we simulate? We can scatter. What's scree? I don't know what scree is. Scatter, scree? Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna delete that one. Simulate, scatter. Oh, vegetation. That would be dope. Trees. So let's say that these are trees underneath, right? And then we could change the, should we be able to change the size, right? We should be able to. Okay, that's something. It's something. I don't think we should do the trees in Gaia. I think the trees should be done elsewhere. Let's see, generative. I don't know what else we could add to it if we just, you know. Oh, texture. We definitely need a texture. Let's make it soil. And then we'll, I don't know, play with it, I guess. Like, let's see. Oh, we don't want it that dark. Maybe we don't want soil. Derive, texture base. I don't know, guys. I've never played with it like that, but we're gonna see color, erosion, surface, weathering. Oh, okay. That's kind of dope. Let's see. That's kind of dope. But it's not a dark scene. So on the surface, maybe we can scatter some stones. Yeah, that don't look good either. Modify. All right, so look, let's just say boom, we got this, right? And how about we add some noise to it? Let me add some noise. What's drift noise? I just know I wanted some. Oh yeah, this not sand, brother. So yeah. I want some noise though for sure. Effect. Nope, don't pixelate. Utilities. Simulate vegetation, water. Do we give it some water below? Ha, that's not bad. So we should make it a river. Let's do a river instead. Because yeah, in every movie where somebody falling, Yeah, it's always some water below that they're gonna fall into. It's yeah. That's kind of far though. That those rivers look kind of far. Let's change the width. We can make it look a little bit closer by changing the width, I believe, right? I think that makes it look a little too far. Because if it's gonna be like top down, if we're looking at it top down, that looks a little too far. We look like we're looking from space. So I'm gonna take the river out and I'm gonna put the lake back in. Yeah, I'm gonna put the lake back in. I was looking at a voicemail. Water, lake. Huh. That still look like we looking from space. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, we'll put the water in Blender. Let's just go. Let's just go. We taking too long. All right, so study long, study wrong. We're gonna make this a mesh. So export out, and I'll even texture it elsewhere. I'll even texture it elsewhere. So we're gonna do export mesher, and we'll do a FBX. Normalize, topology, adapt, vertices, artifact reduction, create normals, create UVs, level of detail 1, Now here's where I've been having problems at. As soon as I go to export, so if we go to build, and let's say I go to think tank, side of a mountain, give it another folder, Gaia to Blender, select folder. I do have a backup option if this don't work, y'all, so that's why I didn't put too much into it. All right, build, start build, save. Oh, save. Oh, it worked today. It worked today. That's a W, chat. Yeah, that's a W, chat. It worked today. Gaia the Blender. It worked today. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It worked today. Yeah, so that's smooth. And we'll texture it using maybe we'll texture it using Quixel. Yeah, we'll texture it using Quixel. That took nothing but a second. So I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna go back to this. We're gonna have that below us. So I'm gonna go File, Import, FBX, Gaia to Blender. We'll do Mesher FBX sRGB subdivision data import. And that import is so small. So small. But we are going to angle this in a way that if it was up under me, it would be like that. And that kind of blocks me out. You guys ain't gonna see me because, like, let's say I'm hanging from here. Yeah, camera's kind of looking down. Does it move? Yeah, and it moves and shakes basically how it was shaking before. So what I'll do is I'll probably add wind to that, and that's actually shaking a little too much. Maybe what I'll do, that shook a little too much. So maybe what I'll do is, and we learning out loud. Don't think that I got this figured out. I'm learning as I go along with y'all. So one of the things that I'm thinking now that I should have done was maybe stabilized it. I don't know. Should I have stabilized it? I wouldn't. Let me see. Should I have stabilized it? I probably should have. I probably should, or can I stabilize it? No, I should probably stabilize it before. See how much it moves. It's still moving the same amount, I believe. Is the camera moving or is the object moving? I probably don't even need a camera track. Now that I'm thinking about it. So what I'll do is I'll go to motion tracking. And maybe what I did was I did too much. Maybe I didn't need a track. And what we'll do is we will set as background. And then we'll go back to the layout and it's still moving. I gotta delete these keyframes. Track, where's my keyframes at? My keyframes are gonna be in my graph. No, my keyframes are gonna be in my, not the dope sheet. Thought it would have been in a dope sheet. Cool. So bet it up. I'm not gonna play with it. I don't do all that playing. Nah. Now Shift A, we're gonna add a camera. I didn't delete everything. I only deleted the camera. Shift W is my hotkey, and then we'll kind of line it up. I believe it was about right there. About right there. No shaking. Let's add the background because I want to see if it fits. We'll go to whole sequence. I want to see if it's matched up. And we'll go to the render view, and it's the opacity that I want to change. Okay. All right, so let's scoot. Where's that cylinder at? Let's scoot that cylinder. We gotta scoot both the cube and the cylinder over. Boom. Bring it up. Boom. And we'll go back to the camera. Mess with the opacity again. Just until you can see this stuff. That makes a little bit of sense. It'll be a branch here, mountain here. That makes a little bit of sense. And then the ground below me. Should we put that even lower and scale up? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so let's start working on. Let's start working on. Cause let me see if I'm holding on to this. That's a branch. That's the mountain. Hat falls. We're gonna 3D that up. Let's see. Yeah, we good. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna work on textures. So for me, I get a lot of my textures from Quixel Bridge. They had this whole thing when they switched over to Fab. Basically, when they switched over to Fab, it was like, hey, if y'all want these assets, you better get them now because we're gonna charge for them over on Fab. So basically, we were able to download all of the assets in the library. If you got them, you got them. If you don't, you don't. So I'm glad we got them. So let's go here and we'll type in. Let me see. What do we let's say we want a mountain, right? Mountain. Let me go back. 3D assets. Mountain. And there's not going to be a branch on a sandy mountain. There would never be a branch on a sandy mountain. So we got to find a mountain with like some grass or moss or something like that on it. That's more believable that there will be a mountain See, something like that, right? We need a mountain that, you know what I'm saying? It gotta have a little green to it. It can't just be a sandy mountain. That wouldn't make no sense. So let's see what we could find. No. We gotta find one with some grass. I know I'm going kind of fast, y'all, but you know, I wanna get to where we going. And I know the sand ain't it. All right, trees, snow. That's a canyon, quarry, cliff type deal. If we could find one with grass, let's see. How about this then? I'll type in grassy mountain. I don't know if anything will come up with that one. I could have put something like that below me. I could have put this below me. Man, let's download that and let's see if we... I don't know if 5.0 is fixed, whether or not they'll let you export from Quixel Bridge to Blender the way that 4.5 lets you. The last time I checked, it wasn't working. And but I could be wrong, because you see how I was just wrong on Gaia. I was just completely wrong with Gaia. So if I export, it says exported to Blender successfully, but I don't see it over here. So no, it's not working with 5.0. So what I'll do is, let's see if I can copy objects. Let's see if this works. I've never tried this either. So here's Blender 4.5.1. I don't know if you can copy from one Blender to another, but we're gonna try today. 4.5.1 general. We'll delete everything in the scene. Paste. You can copy from one Blender to another. Who would have thunk? Huh? Who would have thunk? You understand me? I didn't know that. I had no clue. At all. All right, so now let me tell you why that was such a good thing for me. So now when I close out Blender 5.0, I'll close that out. And I'll go back to Bridge, click Export. Oh, hold on. Let me close it. Bridge. This is 4.5. Yeah, this is 4.5. All right, bet. And we'll go to my recent. Let me see, where's my recent stuff at? What did we type in? Grassy mountain. Grassy mountain. And let's just see. It'll be like a mountain, like, oh, we had this, right? Let's see if this works. Ooh. Ooh, what's going on? First of all, I think the port number is wrong. File. Preference or edit preferences. We're gonna go to add-ons, bridge. Yeah, that's on. What's the plug? The plug is, doesn't say the port number. I thought it was, what is the port number? I don't believe it was 28888 or whatever, how many eights they gave. Ports. What was the port? Edit, manage plugins. We got Unreal Engine downloaded. We got Blender downloaded. We are going to go to settings. Port. Ah, here, I got the wrong port. 28888, I believe. And then export. Was I missing an 8, y'all? I see it's a couple of y'all in here. Let me know. Was I missing an 8? Did I miss an 8? Throw it in the chat. Did I miss an 8, y'all? A bunch of 8s. 2888888. I think I might have missed the 8. This is gonna have to turn based on this camera angle. This is gonna have to turn a little bit. And come down a little bit if you want to be able to see my hand. What is the port number? Let's close bridge. I do have other places that I could get my textures from. I'm not really tripping on the fact that bridge isn't working. I got all these textures for free. So it's like, why not use what you got, right? Grassy mountain. Let's do it again. Let's try it again. We're going to try it one more again. This could be the texture for below. See if that'll export. It says exported to Blender successfully. So if we go to our Blender files and we go to our materials, I don't see it. All right, bridge. You playing now. Here, let me close DaVinci. We're not going to need that. We're in Blender. Let's try this one. See if we can get this boulder. See if we can get this boulder in there now. I think I was missing an 8. Exported to Blender successfully. Yeah, I was missing an 8. I'm finna go back and put that 8 in there. I'm about to put that 8 in there. Let's see, port number, edit, export settings, Blender, for sure. Settings, 2.8, or was it taking away an 8? Was I supposed to take away an 8? 2888. So 3 8s. We're gonna try it with 3 8s. Try it with 3 8s now. Where the boulder at? Export. Export it to Blender successfully. Ah, it came through. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. That's the Gaia. That's the Gaia thing. What is our port? Let me save this. File save as Think Tank. Wrong thing. Think Tank, side of mountain, untitled, save. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. That's one thing we're going to do. We're going to get it. All right, so let's close that. We'll also close bridge. We'll close both of them just to make sure. Reopen Blender 4.5. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. And then we'll open bridge. Open bridge and grassy mountain. I'm just gonna import the first thing I see just to see if it's working. Yeah, there we go. Came straight in. Exported to Blender successfully. That's huge. That's huge. That's a huge thing right there. All right, let's so what were we were gonna, did I close bridge? Y'all, why did I close bridge? User error. User error. All right, here we go. So grassy mountain. All right. So we want a mountain that is, it obviously has like we'll say Nordic. We should have like Nordic mountains in here. Nordic mountain. We should definitely have Nordic mountains in here. Or just type in Nordic. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. Yeah. Now, which one we want to use, y'all? I want y'all to be part of this. Which one should we use? Would you say, let's see. Cliff large. Would you say the cliff? I got to get out of this one. There we go. Cliff, or Nordic Forest Cliff Large. It's going to be faced that way. So because it's 3D, it doesn't matter which way it faces. What's this? That's a rock, ledge rock. Oh, there's a branch. We're gonna go ahead and export that. We're gonna do we could do 4K. It doesn't matter. Download. There's the branch. I don't know what how the ends of it are gonna hold up, but obviously the branch is broken and I'm hanging on like the last piece of the branch. So guess it's still downloading. Okay, there we go. And then export. All right, that showed up right here in Blender. See, we just had a little hiccup. It wasn't nothing crazy. Oh yeah, okay. Nordic Forest Rock. Nordic Forest Ledge Rock Large. Ledge Rock. We got Ledge Rock Medium. I think we could even use these and just kind of like bash them together. Cause they got a little moss on them. They got a little moss on them. We'll export those. I'm just gonna export a couple of different ones, and whatever I don't need, we'll eliminate. We'll export. Oh, I didn't mean to click that one. I meant to click the other one. We'll export that one. And we'll also export that first one that I saw at the top. It was this one that I liked. And I was like, it's going to be facing that way. I think it's one more. We're going to export that one. Oh, that one. Yeah, no, we good. I'll minimize this. All right, so all of these came in. Obviously, we got to resize them. I'll move these over. I don't know which one I'm going to use or if I'm going to use all of them. So we'll see. Let's try this one to start off with. GX, GZ, GY, and we'll size up the ledge to match the box. Maybe we'll turn it around on the Z axis since the camera is already right there. And then the ledge or the stick would be right up under it. Let's delete the cube. We no longer need that. Where is the sticks? So the sticks, boom, right? Let's bring that up on the Z axis. GY, bring that over. That's a little too. Let's kind of crush it down just a little bit. It's like, yeah, he hanging on for dear life. All right, let's bring that. Oh, I didn't mean to move that one. Let's bring that over. Replace that with the stick. Now you can kind of see the stick. Where are my hands at? Okay, one hand is there, the other hand. So it's kind of tilted. Maybe we can move this back just a tad to kind of show like, yo, like he's really hanging off the edge of a cliff. Like, what's wrong with that boy? Maybe we can unsmash it. Kind of bring it in. All right, so, and then this stuff right here can be in the background. Let's see, we got some stuff in the background. Let's see, how can we, because you're gonna obviously have some mountains that are smaller than the other, right? Let's lower that down. I think we should turn this just a little bit now. I ain't gonna lie to you, because part of it is kind of, okay. We're gonna have to fill this little gap in between there's a gap in between the stick and the mountain. We'll fill that in with maybe like other like sticks and twigs and stuff like that. I don't know. Let's now what we'll do is we'll go back to DaVinci Resolve. Now, here's the crazy part. Here's the part where it all starts to make sense. Everything that we've done, the little hiccups that we've been through and all of that stuff that we went through with the different programs. This is where it all makes sense. So We go back to DaVinci. We take the magic mask and we flip it. So now it's just me hanging, right? Right? Boom, hat's falling. We're gonna have to do that hat in 3D. Let's just make sure that we don't got no errors in the track. I don't want to see no bar. I don't want to see no metal. I don't want to see no water or the ground. What is that blue that I saw? There was some blue I saw. Oh, that's a tracking marker. Okay, cool. We good here. So let's export and we'll go to, we'll say masked man. He's a masked man. We will go to the think tank in the exact same folder. We'll create another folder and we'll name this one masked man. Right? And we'll save it there. We want this as image sequence, RGB half, DWA, timeline resolution. Make sure you click the export alpha or else it will come through with a black screen. Full force sizing to highest quality. We got the masked man name there. We open EXR. Okay, cool. Add to render queue, render. And this is where it all makes sense. It's all gonna come together like right here. It's all gonna come together. But this is also the hard part. At the same time, this is also the hard part because you have to sell the shot. And the one thing that sells the shot is lighting. And I did not take an HDRI that day. I did not get an HDRI. So what we want to do is we want to shift A, image, mesh plane, masked man, 1 through 315, emission, detect image sequence, and force reload. Yeah, that's it. Boom. All right, now we want to line this up with the camera. I don't know which side is it. Let's see. Let's go to the rendered view. All right, so we want to go to our shader editor real quick. Let's go to the shader editor. And we want to turn this to sRGB. Cyclic, clip, don't repeat. Yep. All right, now we want to match this up with the actual background of the camera. Move that over. Doesn't quite match up. Maybe it's because I'm tilted. Nah, I want to leave that where it's at. I don't want to get to messing with the angle of the footage. Come up some. Okay, let's see where we at. Yeah, come down some. Come over some. Come up some. Over some. Up some. Over some. Okay, because it's not 3D. Oh, wait, we can angle it. There we go. Angle it. That's what it is. It's the angle. All right, cool. Boom. Is the hands matching up? I think they're matching up as close as can be. All right, so if I go back here. Let's go lift him up a little bit because he has to look like he's hanging on to the actual branch and not the other way around. So I guess I might have to lift myself above the branch. I could be completely wrong. And I think I am. We can essentially maybe move the branch down. And then okay. All right. Let's move. Let's go out of the camera view real quick. So we got the branch under the first hand. Now to get the branch under that second hand, how can we move this joint? Let's see. Rotate on the Z axis. Maybe we'll come down on the Y. I need to get it under that second hand. The second hand is flat though. See, that first hand is different. All right, so we're gonna cover up our imperfections. That's the only way to do it. Cover up the imperfections, slide the mountain forward, slide the mountain over on the x-axis. All right, so we are now, but you can't see that it's a branch. That's what I want you to be able to see, that it's a branch. How can I make this happen? I want you to be able to see that it's a branch. Let's rotate maybe just a tad. Mountain got to come up. It has to come up. It has to come up. Maybe come back a little bit. Hat falls. Oh, I like the shadow that it put on the ground there. Let's go to, oh, we in EV. Let's go to cycles, GPU, experimental, render. See, let's turn off the background image of the camera. Maybe that's confusing me. Turn off the background image of the camera. Let's turn down our emission on this. Maybe we'll do it at 0.5. Okay, we got the rock. GY. If I move that, maybe if I kick the rock out some. Let's see. What if I kicked it out some? Nah. Well, technically, almost. Let me see. What if I brought it? I think it's the angle. I think it's the angle. Okay, so how can we fix the angle? We're gonna have to do it like this. Let's disable this for now. To fix the angle of the camera, I'm gonna go into one of my add-ons here, and it's called P-plotter, perspective plotter, right? So if I'm plotting the perspective of the camera, I turn on the background image. My x-axis is going forward. I don't think I was supposed to be on the x-axis, but let's see. Let's turn, no, my x-axis is supposed to go forward. All right, let's turn. So my vanishing point is actually, where does it get further away? It gets further away going that way. So if I line this up with the bar going this way, and I need one more. Oh, there's a bottom portion of the pole or the ground on the pole that's on the ground that I know goes like, which way is it going? Here, we'll shorten it. We'll line it up right. Oops. Perspective plotter, where you at? Okay, we'll line it up right here on this one. We'll do the front edge. I was gonna do the back, but we'll do the front. Okay, all right, so we got the perspective of the camera, and now I have to move, we're gonna move all these back. We're gonna move this back, which is what is this one? The stick. And we're gonna turn the stick. Let's bring it up some. I think maybe that's what we should get first, right? We should get the stick like oriented first. Let's turn off the background image. And I don't want to reorient that one, so I'm going to bring in the image mesh plane. This is the the EXR sequence. We're going to reload that. Matter of fact, go back. Rotate 90 degrees on the y-axis. Nope, wrong way. Wrong way. Rotate on the z-axis 90 degrees. There we go. Was it 90? I don't think it was 90. I think it might have been just 30. Or it might not have needed to do that at all. Okay, let's bring it in. Let's bring it over. GY, GZ, GY. Where am I going to be hanging from? GX. Ah, now we're making a little bit more sense. It's making a little bit more sense now. When you change that perspective of that camera, that perspective means everything. Like when you, yeah. Now, yeah, I'm hanging from something now. Let's go. If I were to look at the shadow, that's why I love cycles. I love cycles. Look at the shadow on the yeah. Okay. Let's bring it in a little bit. If I remember correctly though, we resize this G, Y, because that still seems a little, and it also seems flat. Why does it seem flat? I crushed it, y'all. I don't remember. I think I did. I believe I did crush it. Let's bring it up some. 0. And we could actually make this, instead of it being a branch that he's hanging from, we can actually make this part of the mountain. I could even give it the same texture and everything, but I just want to make sure that we can make it work first. Now let's try to bring some mountains over. Boom. Let's lower the size of this one. I don't even know which one this is. GY. Let's rotate this on the Z-axis. Yeah, we want it going this way. And then bring it back on the X-axis. Like this. Let me see. GY. Bring it over. Maybe it'll be like a split between, yeah, like a split between a rock, right? I don't know. Let me see. GZ. Maybe we'll lower it. GY. Little crevice in between the mountain. I don't know. But for the sake of argument, just for right now, we have the mountains, we have the EXR sequence. What am I missing? I am missing the thing from Gaia, right? Which is this. So we're gonna move this on the X-axis. This is what's below him, right? And you can't see what's below him if, well, yeah, you can. I just gotta texture it. So we're gonna texture this. This is what's below him. I wanted that hat to fall to, like, with the aspect of, like, it fell, and I believe I was shooting on the 24mm. I ain't gonna lie to you. Where it falls, and then it's like you can kind of see it fall. I feel like that's stretched. I could be wrong. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Shift W. Maybe I shouldn't have moved in. Let's go back. I'm messing with stuff. Okay, let me stop messing with stuff. Let's get this textured. This is the ground from Gaia, right? So we're gonna bring that up just enough to where you can actually see it. Let's rotate it on the X-axis, rotate it on the Y-axis, and we will scale it. Nah, we'll just drop it back down a little bit. And let's go get a texture from Bridge. Let's see what texture we want. Let's see if it's a Nordic thing, then it's obviously it's grassy, foresty. So we'll go to surfaces somewhere. Surfaces. We'll go to surfaces. And we'll go to, no, not moss. Not rock. Maybe we'll do like a foresty. Because we don't want it to be, we don't want it to have a lot of detail because it's way below. So we don't want it to have a lot of detail. So if we use, let's try river debris. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? We don't need it to have a bunch of resolution. Turn it down to 2K. We're going to use some fault cards to kind of separate and add depth. Let's see. Let's see. We're going to give it a material. And the material that we're going to give it is river debris. All right, yeah, it's not supposed to scale that high. So let me go to the UV map. And I'm going to change it, first of all, from UV to object. And I think that helped out a lot. No, it didn't. Oh, I said that wrong completely. What about camera to vector? Nope. No. Well, maybe, depending on what I do with it. Depending on what I do with it. I need to turn this floor off. I can't see. Turn the floor off. No, and let's not do camera to vector. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do they had UV to vector. Is that what they had? Yeah, they had UV to vector. I'm gonna tab into edit mode. Doesn't matter if it's edge, face, whatever. Select all, and then I'm gonna go to the UV editor, which is down here. And then I am going to press U, project from view. And then we will scale this up or down. I don't want that texture to be so, I want this to be far away. Let's see. Wasn't so sure if it should be up or down, but it should definitely be. It could almost be dark down. Like, who gives a crap? It could be dark. Like, they wouldn't even know. How would they know? Unless y'all tell them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would they know? How would they even know? Only thing is, this looks flat to me. That's a little bit better. All right, let's there's a way though. There's a way to get this to, oh, here it is, mapping. Let's get the mapping turned down because it's too boisterous. Got a little bit too much chip on your, too much dip on your chip or something like that. All right, nah, that ain't gonna work. We working though. We learning out loud. We working. Reset the default. Let's take this texture completely off. Let's take this texture off. And it won't let me. I was about to say, it'll let me. Let's see. What else can we do, y'all? Let me see. How could we make this? First of all, let me get out of edit mode. And how about we mess with the lighting, right? Let's do some stuff with the lighting. Let's get let's see if we want to do a sky texture or if we want to use a HDRI. And I'm 9 times out of 10 HDRI. Sun rotation, sun elevation. Supposed to shoot shadow side, so we want the light coming into the camera, faced at the camera. Ooh, and that would be nice if it was about right here. Want the light coming into the camera. Ah, that makes the background look a little, that makes that stuff look better. Okay, but yeah, we don't want this intensity. That's too much. Way too much. Okay, we just shouldn't have this so much into the foreground. If we did it like this, GX or GY, we did it like this, scaled this down some, turned it out like that. Let's see how we got this. Let's bring this. I want to try to hide my hands because I obviously didn't line. I didn't plan, right? Like to be hanging off of a mountain. When I filmed this, it wasn't to hang off of a mountain. That wasn't the goal. But now, yeah, see, if we can get that hat to fall, we're going to have to remake that in Blender. Gonna have to remake it. Okay, we got the light. Let's delete this one. Let's see if we can turn. Yeah, I don't like this. Let's try atmosphere, the physical starlight atmosphere. Let's try that. Add atmosphere. I want it to be dark. That's what I was thinking, right? Like dark. Let's see. Okay, that's a little too dark, but of course we could change it. Huh, Mars, that don't look too bad. Let's bring that down. Size it up. No, don't even size it up. What we'll do is keep it at a distance and we'll do Alt D. Alt D is duplicate, but it keeps your memory low. So Alt D, duplicate, and we'll just kind of paste these around. Make sure they kind of line up at least a little bit though. Let's see, GZ. Kind of like stack them on top of each other. GY, nope, GX. And then rotate them so it don't look like they're tiling. Let me see. Yeah, that looked like a whole little joint down there, y'all. We might be on to something. If I can get this angle of this camera correct for the actor. Let's see, let's bring it up. We don't want no shadows. Scoot it over. You can size one or two of them can be sized up. It ain't no problem. And I didn't even think about this, but we didn't need the texture from Gaia. There was no need for the texture from Gaia because it's so far into the distance that if we use fall cards, it's going to completely like, it'll make sense. It'll make sense. Alt D again for just one more. Let's bring that in GX. Let's see. And then I got some water in my asset browser. Maybe we'll put the water at the top. And it's one thing that I just heard the other day. There was a movie and the guy was like, he said, if the horizon is at the top, it's interesting. If the horizon is at the bottom, it's interesting. He said, but if the horizon is in the middle, it's boring as crap. And that makes so much sense to me. Here, my horizon is at the top. The scene is decent. It's interesting. Like, we're going to figure it out. Of course, there's a lot more for us to do, right? I might throw some grass on here and stuff like that. But the thought process is, it's interesting. The horizon is at the top. I rock with that statement wholeheartedly. Now get out of my office. What did he say? He snapped. He snapped. He said, if the horizon is at the top, it's interesting. If the horizon is at the bottom, it's interesting. If the horizon is in the middle, it's boring as crap. Now get out of my office. Remember that. Now get out of my office. That was hilarious. Hilarious. All right, let's try to turn down the emission on the actor. Maybe we'll just, golly, I needed more room. Move that. Maybe we'll just unplug it from emission and then just put the color in the alpha into the alpha and then the color into the base color. That didn't work. Oh, why? I know why. 0. And then the alpha here. That actually helps a lot. That makes it a lot better. Having it unlit and having it take the lighting of the environment rather than me trying to force it. And I feel like if I was hanging off the edge of the mountain, it would be more like here and just kind of like twist it over. Maybe we slide the branch out just a little bit. That hat gonna have to fall all the way. And I also feel like this needs to now come back. This needs to come over. Gotta get rid of this, so let's flip it. Let's rotate on the x-axis 90 degrees. Let's rotate again on the x-axis 90 degrees. Yeah, let's flip it. So that way, any part that hangs out over here is just kind of like hanging off the edge. And we'll bring in a light just to kind of, I don't know. I'm literally like doing this as I go. I had the thought to do this like last night, right? So y'all building it with me. We building at the same time. We building at the same time. So, you know, y'all part of the journey with me. We learning out loud. We getting it together. I'm not a Blender guru. I'm not a DaVinci Resolve guru. I'm just like a generalist, man. Like I just know a little bit about a little bit, or a little bit about a lot. I know a little bit about a lot. That's it. A little bit about a lot. Let's see if we can turn. Do I want emission on him? If I do point, let me see, point. Like the slightest amount of emission. And then maybe a point light on the branch so you can actually see that it's a branch and not just some black shadowy ledge, right? So grab a point light and maybe we'll take the point light, which is there. And we will, first of all, pause this, GZ, GX, GY. I want it right in front of me so I can know where it's at. I don't see it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're going to add some lighting. We got to make this joint look real. I don't know why the light would be this way, but we're going to figure it out. I think for something like this, we had that point light like right here. We're gonna change this to 8K in a minute. I can't do the 4K. We're gonna change it to 8 in a minute. Let's see. Maybe we could lower it. GZ. All right. So let's use a real cinematography hack, right? So instead of lighting faces and yeah, we're gonna light spaces. So I'm not gonna delete this. I'm just gonna create a plane. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees on the Y axis, and then rotate it 90 degrees on the X axis. Oh, no. Rotate 90 degrees on the Z axis, RZ90, right? And then I am going to scale this up. And we're gonna bounce the light. Let's bounce the light. Why not, right? Let's bounce the light. So on one side, we'll have the bounce card, and on another side, we'll have another plane. Actually, I'm not gonna create the plane. I'm just gonna Alt D. Nope, that's duplicated. Let's see. Let's try it. Alt D, GY. And it will lean in on the X axis. Let's try it. Let's try giving them two different materials. So this one that I'm selecting now will be the dark, the black card, the contrast. Ah, yeah, it changes both. Is there a way to unlink? Settings. Yeah, I might as well just make one. Delete. You want the light bouncing into the camera. So we would want this side to be our negative fill. I believe I might have to switch this up. Our neg, and then our light would bounce. Shift A, mesh plane, boom. Let's rotate 90. GZ. GZ. And then we'll hide this bounce card by the mountain. Could be wrong. We're gonna have to change. We have moonlight coming into the scene, so we're gonna have to change where. All right, that's white. And then we'll go to object properties, viewport display as bounds. It's not supposed to be showing. Display as wire. No, it's not supposed to be showing. It's showing. Okay, anyway, we'll figure it out. Anyway, let's go to the world properties. And I'm gonna go to sun horizontal. We want that light coming into the camera. And I'm gonna take away my that emission. This bounce card though, man, I think they should be swapped, because if I got the lighting over there, and the light would bounce here and then go here, right? I think I got that right. I could have that wrong. I don't do a lot of 3D lighting, but if I'm looking at the shadows, it's giving us a shadow like right over the rock, like right about there. So what is that? That's me cutting the light. So I'm cutting the light. I don't want to cut the light. I want to, let's make that my negative fill, and then we'll make this my bounce. Ah, that's a big difference. And we'll take this point light. What do we do with the point light? Which way do we do with the point light? Just bouncing into the camera. Let's move it back some. I don't even think we need the neg. Let me see. Because we got the light coming that way. Okay. Where's the Why can't I get this to stop looking so dark? You're a whole stick, my guy. Let's try. I might just like re-import this. We might need like another mountain, like right at the base of the camera. GY, GZ, to just kind of I'm gonna try moving this camera. Y'all finna be mad at me because it's just something about this that don't feel right. Something about it just don't feel right, and I'm trying to figure it out. GZ. GX. I just feel like it's not angled correctly. It's something about it. Maybe it's the, let's see if it's the millimeters. Let's see, 35. 35. Let me go back to EV. What's crazy is EV look realer. Well, except for the bottom down there. But the texture of the rock and everything, EV kind of look realer. A little bit. But this is wrong, bro. This is flat. This is wrong. So I know what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And I am not a sponsor. I'm sorry, this is not a sponsorship or anything like that. I'm not endorsing anything. But what I am gonna do, let me move this off the screen. Let's see. I am gonna go to Beeble. Beeble.com. Give me 1 second. Let me load it up. Beeble. B-E-B-E-L-E. Beeble Switchlight. There we go. Let me log in. Oh, snap. Switchlight Web is closing January 2026. Oh, I didn't log in. Why is it closing? It says Switchlight Web will be discontinued on January 31st, 2026. All user data will be permanently deleted after the service closes. Switchlight API will remain operational and will not be impacted. So what we doing then? Are we gonna have Switchlight desktop or something? Cause yeah, like this was, we need that. We need that. Let me sign in real quick. Y'all don't need to be watching my password and all of that. Let me get right. All right. All right. Let's see. All right, Beeble. I think we need a different tier though in order to PBR material acquisition is what I need. What's up with it though? Like, why is it not? I'll log in again. All right, I'm logged in. Got some of my old projects up here. If we go to VFX passes, oh, it has to be a video. Okay, cool. I ain't gonna trip. DaVinci, export this as a video. And we're gonna export it H.265 so we can save some space. Hold on, y'all. I got a phone call. What's up? Mm-hmm. Bad, y'all. My fault. I had a phone call. I had to take that. It was an important one. Yeah. So basically, what we just did was we exported the video format from DaVinci, in an H.265 format. They're gonna show me my VFX passes. And this is what we were missing to make it kind of like 2.5D, right? 2.5D. This is what we were missing to make it. Oh, it even has the depth pass in there. We were missing this because it was looking flat. It was looking too flat. And then now I could relight it for sure, for sure. I don't have to have the same lighting as before. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to generate all frames. Because I don't have to refine the alpha, do I? Let me go to the alpha. Base color, alpha. Let me see the alpha. No, I'm good on the alpha. Generate all frames. So I already pre-keyed all of that. And wow, 31 minutes remaining. So yeah, y'all, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I think I know why it says Switch Labs will be closed. Is it Switch Lab? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Beeble is gonna take 31 minutes. We could just kind of play with this background and all of this while we're at it. So we'll go to mesh number 1 and let's see what we could do with this. We can possibly give it a different texture. Matter of fact, we might already have a texture that we could give it. Let's go to material and we'll go to gigantic tundra. What the heck is that? Yeah, let's not do that one. We'll go to Nordic coastal. Okay, now that do a little something about something. A little bit. Let's see what else we got. Cause my world is all tilted. I use perspective plotter, and I don't think I did it right. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think I did it right. Cause my world is all tilted. And that's the first thing that somebody would notice is like, wow, why is this world tilted like that? Let me see if I could. Oh, wait. Go back. Go back. They have the thing, flatten horizon line. Duh. Okay. They have the thing on there. So I didn't have to move too much or nothing. Okay. In. And we can possibly now GX move this one back. GX move this one back and see if the masked man come back. There we go. Now it's looking like a little tree branch or something he hanging from. Hat falls. Maybe. I know we already using Beeble. We're going to use the Switchlight version. But if I was to add some emission, and let's say I just added 0.03. And one thing I like to get a previs is using what is that? The camera Shakeify from Ian Hubert. Camera Shakeify. And I normally put it on the close-up. And it'll just kind of move, right? But I need to change the texture of these because I really don't like how everything is kind of uniform and kind of looks the same. So we're going to go to the texture. I'm going to change it. Let's try this one. See what they do. Oh, yeah. No, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work, partner. All right. So back to bridge. And maybe we'll try. Which one can we try? Not pine needles, pine cones, whatever it is. Surfaces, nature, forest mulch. Let's try that. And make sure we're on mesh 1. And we'll go to forest mulch. Yeah, forest mulch is not really popping. I'm not feeling forest mulch at all. If we change the lighting, let's go to Passpart 2 so I can kind of see what is it going to look like. What is it going to look like? Passpart 2. PASSPR. So this is what we're going to see. Maybe I can have this come out more like this. This one, GX, come in a little bit more like that. And because this one is on the edge, it can come out and cover up the edge of that stick right there. And bring the stick up some or down some. Bring the stick down some. Yeah, that angle is, look at how weird like my body looks. Like it's contorted because the angle of the camera is off. But don't even worry about it. We're gonna fix all that. Let's see. Let's see. See if we can fix it. GX. GZ. But yeah, that's gonna be smooth once it's all, once I get it all lined up, it's gonna be smooth. Just gotta get it lined up. That's the whole, it's the whole issue. Is getting it lined up. GX. Camera moving just a tad bit. Over the mountain type jump. One thing I like to do to stop it from running so slow is I'll go to preferences and I'll go to system and which one is it? It might have been edit or file, clean up, purge unused data. Yeah. Keep that stuff that I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Lagging. Oh wait, and I saw something today. We will give it 64 samples in the viewport for EV. And we'll do I want to kind of try to uncap it so it can play smooth. I don't know why mine plays back slow like that. I don't know why. And I'm on dual 4090s. Anyway, let's see. We got Vulkan enabled, CUDA disabled, viewport. Yeah, okay. This ain't a troubleshooting moment. Not a troubleshooting moment. So, all right, this is where we at with it. I have, what is Beeble talking about? Oh, Beeble says 4 minutes. I was making that face, dog. Look now, one thing about your boy, if I'm acting, yeah, one thing about your boy is if I'm acting, if I'm in that mode where I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna put that face on. Yeah, if the situation calls for it, I'm gonna put that face on. If I'm falling off a mountain, y'all gonna believe I'm falling off a mountain. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make the expressions. I'm gonna flail the legs. I'm gonna make it look like I'm falling off that mountain. Yeah, I grew up watching way too much Denzel to disappoint like that. Now, okay, watch way too much Denzel to disappoint like that. Yeah. Trying to be too cool for school, falling off the edge of a mountain. You ain't got no facial expression or nothing. No, you got the you see that face? Yeah. You falling like you falling off that boy. Yeah. You falling off. You holding on for dear life. Holding on. You see the ash right here on this knuckle from holding on to that bar? I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah. You got to act like, hey, acting ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't for everybody. But I was holding on for dear life. Holding on for dear life. You understand me? All right, but we're gonna fix this camera. It's the camera. Man, it's the camera. It's the camera. Oh, they changed my focal length again too. Didn't they? Yeah, they did. I knew it. 35. Oh, that's too. Ooh, well, is it? If I 35 might be smooth. But just to get it to relight in the, let me turn off the pass part too. I might add a second camera angle in there too, because why not, right? Let me see, 35 millimeter, and we're gonna turn off the pass part two. Turn that off. Give myself a good vision of where we're going with things, man. I'm gonna turn on the depth of field because this part right here, it does not look real. It does not look real at all. So I'm gonna turn on depth of field. I'm gonna angle it on the plane. And we're gonna turn the, why is it not, what? Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Is it really though? I don't think that's really, that ain't that. I don't think that depth of field is nothing to be proud about. Let me go to cycles. And once again, I really believe it's the camera angle. I cannot get this camera angle right. What did I just do? Escape, and we got the bounce card right there. Let's take the bounce card out. So let's disable it first and see what we get. Yeah, that bounce card is definitely adding some light. I don't know, y'all. We gonna I might, let me see. Where's Beeble at? Because I was gonna say I might take a break. Beeble still says 3 minutes. Let me see. Usually what they'll do is they'll send an email and let you know, like, hey, yo, hey, your Beeble stuff is done. I have not gotten that email yet. Oh, but it still says only 1 minute remaining. So there we go. Oh, is it done? No, it's still not done. Should I take a break, y'all? I've been editing this and I did not get it right yet. So let's see if we can. Might delete that. Focus more so on this background. Maybe size up one big old plane and turn it black to keep the light from showing on certain areas of the ground. GZ, it's like adds a like negative feel. Oh, but that's even cold for over here. Huh. That's cold for over here. Let me see. GY, no, GX. Yeah, I think it's better for over here than it was for. Yeah, just let in a little bit of light. And then we will go to object, visibility, view as. I haven't even added any haze. I haven't even added any haze. And that's how you know. Bounds. And we're gonna hold out. We're gonna have to go back and make all of these collections, y'all. All of these gonna have to be collections. Yeah, just let in a little bit of light, not too much. But yeah, that look kind of good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Little scene, we working, right? Right. Let's bring this up a little bit more. Get it out the way. GZ. You gotta come on up, partner. Okay, come down, son. What? I ain't mean come that far. Slide it up some more. And once we put it in a collection, we can tell it to hold out. All right, Beeble should be done, man. 1 minute then came and passed. 315 frames. All right, we got it. We'll download the VFX passes. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to download my normal. And I'm do I want the normal to be an MP4? Download all passes. Download all passes. We'll take them all. We'll take them all. We'll take them all. We'll take all the VFX passes. Open it up. Minimize this. And we're going to go to, oh, they got everything here. They got the camera and everything. They got the camera in here. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Close that. Yes, close. File, import, JSON. Where's this at? Downloads. I can't find, okay, we'll do, okay. Beeble has to be in my add-ons. Yeah, all right, I got Beeble. I'm tweaking. Beeble. Where you at? Beeble. Log in with browser. Boom, successfully logged in. Import VFX passes. Downloads. Date modified. Or I should say date created. All right, this should be downloading here. Okay. All right, they changed the camera again. They changed the camera again. Oh my God. All right, so how can I do this without touching this camera? So if I do this, this, and this, without touching this camera, just move everything. Because where we at? Just move everything on the X axis. Because where is the mountains? Let's find out where the mountains are. I think I hit the mountains. Yep, sometimes it get a little hectic. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it get a little hectic. So we are going to select these. Where is this at? Okay, so it's basically just select these and come to the Y axis. Y, grab all this, grab all this, GY, and slide. Actually, hold on, because I missed something. Missed this, missed that, GY. Where is that camera at? I think it's this one. Let's set this as an active camera. Active camera. We got stuff behind here. I wish I had known the correct what's the name for the camera, man? The correct orientation for the camera. All right, let's delete this for right now. Let's grab these, bring them along the y-axis, bring them along the x-axis, GZ. 0. Let's line this up, GZ. So now I got to figure out how to orient these to match up to what we were doing before. That is terrible. So you've learned some things about my workflow not to do. For real, for real. There are some things about my workflow that you should not emulate. And this is probably one of them. Okay, but look at that. Look at that. I don't think they have it right. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Okay, let's go back. Let's get all of the ground. And let's line that up. How would that look if the ground was below him? He's hanging on something. The ground is below him. It's going to be it's not going to be flat from that angle. From this angle. Yeah, I need a break. They messed me up with that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. They messed me up with that one. They changed the whole dynamic. Let's see. If I bring this here. This is what I meant when I said earlier, like sometimes it could be easy, other times it's yeah. Other times it's crazy. Where is the, let's see if we can find that branch. Let's find that branch. Because I can just import the branch again. Like now, like I'm not going to spend my time looking for a branch. I think they got me messed up. Oh, here we go. Here's one of them. Where is it? All right, let's size this down. This orientation is a lot weirder to me than the one that I was using. I'm not gonna lie. But if you look at it, my hands are on top. That matters. That matters. So will this one be better? 9 times out of 10, it will be. They got my hands directly on there. Okay, switch light. Do your thing. Yeah, okay, 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 okay. We working with something. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. So we got one mountain there. Let's bring this mountain over 2. That mountain over 3. Bring it up. This could be wrong. Let me see. Bring this back. Because right now it doesn't look like he's falling. It looks like he's getting blown out of a door or something. I don't know. Let me bring this down. Bring this over. Because why am I looking at it? Why is it like this? Can I change this? It's not supposed to. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. I think I'm supposed to be able to look down. Yeah, that didn't work. Unless I take the whole thing and angle down. Now that looks a little, okay, okay. Let's move this out the way. Slide this. GY. GZ. Slide it underneath his hands. Okay, okay, I see what we're doing. I see where we're going with this. Okay, I think I see it now. Slide that underneath his hands. And then the mountain would have to go in the foreground. like here, maybe ish. See, I don't know which way it would go. Let's see. Nope, that's too close. GY. We gotta scale this down some. Scale this down some. And let's see, maybe we double up on the mountain. Boom. GZ. Maybe kind of add a little bit of a, but why am I staying? Why is it not? That's the part I don't understand. Let's see. Because it has to be him hanging from the twig and not the mountain. So slide that back down. Slide this back over. Let me see like exactly where. Okay, that's there. Scale that down, scale that over. Bring it this way, bring it over. Bring it this way some more. Boom, 0. There we go. It was too far away from the camera. All right, let's scale. Bring it over. Then turn it. Are we on there? I can't really see. We need more views. We need better views. Almost, I think. Let's see. Down, up to angle it. I don't know why I'm doing this in the dark when I could just literally add a light, y'all. I'm kind of tweaking. GY. GX. GZ. GY. Until you see it. GZ. GX. There we go. We're starting to see it now. Okay. Let's bring this up. Just give me some light so I can see. All right. First of all, we have to rotate this. So where you can't see the, I really don't want it to see the, like the edge of it, because it looks like it's supposed to be rooted in the ground. I really don't want it to see the edge of it. Let's see. See if we can make this work. And we're going to hide the edge of that anyway, so. We're going to hide the edge of it. I don't know, y'all. This is kind of crazy. I can't line it up. Let me see. I get one side lined up and then the other one is just like faltering. This is kind of frustrating. Okay, I think we might have finally gotten it. All right, now we take the mountains and hide the imperfections. Golly, that took forever. Take the mountains, hide the imperfections. Meaning, no, that's not hiding it. I gotta hide this with something. What do I hide that with? Let's turn this light off. What do I hide this with? GZ. Okay, I think my eyes are fatigued. I need to take a break. Honestly, my eyes is not. They're not operating. They're not seeing this correctly. I don't think my eyes are seeing this right, and I don't trust them right now. Yeah, I'm not trusting my eyes right now. Um, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am trusting my eyes right now. Hold on. I am trusting my eyes right now. I need what do I need? I need that. All right, so we right here with it. I need another mountain, and that's gonna be you. Bring you down, bring you over. Boom, 0. Oops, unhide. Is it Control H? Alt H. Yeah, Alt H to unhide. All right, my eyes they working a little bit better now. Let's see. Let's get this. Bring this up to about. See, that's the problem. That's the biggest issue right there. I can't hide the edge of that stick. Then we want the light coming into. So we'll go to the world properties, horizontal. Let's turn that. Where's that point light? Because it's bothering me. All right, turn that point light off. Horizontal. We want that shining into the light. So that would mean, as far as the grounds are concerned, that would mean that we go from plane, 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 plane. No, not plane. Mesh. Mesh 1 to mesh 6. And we are going to, we don't bring it up. How do we, what do we do? We tilt? Do we tilt? And that's what I get for never giving these a texture, but there we go. There we go. And then let's bring these other ones over. Lift them up. Yeah. Okay. We need to add some light, like way down there, right? Light the shadows. We need to add some light, some texture. He's on the side of a mountain. Mountains obviously don't stop there, right? They obviously got to keep going. Let's see, horizontal. If I can hide. Let's see, vertical. Vertical. Let's add. We need some. We need some more mountains, man. But they need to be smaller. They need to be smaller. Oh, I got one. No, that's not one. They need to be smaller. Let's see what we could do. Can we move this one? Oh, yeah. What do you know? More mountains. Boom. Boom. If we bring this up just enough to where we could hide that, the edge of the. Ah, man. See, that don't work because it's too far out. Oh, but I could scale. GZ. GZ. And then move it back. Let's see. It literally needs to look like an edge of a cliff. Can I put Shakeify on here? I wonder if I could put Shakeify on here. You can. Shakeify, the close-up. Oops, not the wedding, the close-up. Hey, switch light ain't no joke, G. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Switch light is not a joke. What if we use the investigator? I know that investigation, I know that one has a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot more chaotic. Yeah. It's a lot more chaotic. It's a whole lot more chaotic. Let's turn the influence down to about like 66. Okay. We getting somewhere. We getting somewhere. Now what I need is I need a ledge. I need a ledge. So I have to go back to bridge, and we need to find a ledge. Nordic, obviously, to continue to match what we already doing. And I'll show you why we need that in a second. They say this one is a ledge. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what's up. Let's make it 4K. Download it at 4K. Export. And it should have come in, or should still be coming in. Let me see. Export. It says it exported successfully. Ah, yeah, it did. It's right there. So GY. There it is. Let's bring, let's bring this over. Now this ledge is supposed to lead out to, let me see, how can we make this lead out to him? Can't even really see it, honestly. So it's just a side, it's a side ledge. Well, I'm gonna flip it on its side then. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna flip it on the X. Some more, and turn that joint outward, bring it back, bring it in, bring it back, bring it, bring it in, bring it up. GX. No, you can't be hanging on the ledge, nah. You move the ledge. I need to get the ledge in between the camera and the subject. So I'm gonna shrink them down. Bring it back. Like, I think when y'all play this back, y'all gonna have to watch this at like 5x speed, cause yeah. And I'm gonna chop it. Y'all wanna know the process. You know, sometimes it takes some time. That's just, it is what it is. Sometimes it takes some time. I wonder how far I can come in with this camera before. Yeah. There we go. Like that. All right, so we got the stuff below. Let's move this back some if we can for depth. I see this one sitting on top, so we're gonna lower that down some for depth. Bring this over some for depth. And now we're gonna take this. I gotta do that depth of field again. Depth of field. Actually, focus. Boom. Camera. Where's the depth of field? Depth of field. Object. Oops. All right, am I on there? Let me get my hands all the way. We'll put this one down some. Boom. All right. I gotta move it over. Crap. You know what? I'm not gonna move it over. Alt D. Rotate it here. Rotate it there. Slide it over. Yeah, there we go. All right, we working, y'all. We working. It's coming along. I'm, like I said, it's not always easy. It's not always easy. So this is the scene we got. I'm off the side of a mountain, holding on to some branches. What can we do? What else can we add? I see we need more. We need fog cards. Fog cards. Actually, we could probably do. Let me see, fog cards. Where can I get some fog from? I mean, I can make it. I don't want to make it though. Let me see. Production crate. I think production crate. Production crate might be a good solid option. I paid for the year, but I guess a lot of the stuff that I paid for, I don't get. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a problem with that. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we're gonna log in and see what's up with that because I didn't understand it. Yeah, I paid for the year, and they're like, no, it's only for the pro people. I'm like, I thought I was a pro people. I thought I was. Like, what are we talking about here? So if I go here and I type in fog, we just need some regular fog cards, like fog. Let's see. No, none of that. None of that. No whirlpools. None of that. None of that. This might work. It's moving too fast. Let's see. They got them in 3D? They got them in 3D. Atmosphere. What the heck is that? Okay, but these don't move, do they? Oh, they do move. Huh. Your plan does not allow you to download this. Upgrade your plan. Man, I paid like $100 and something for the year, and I don't even get a chance to download. Production crate, y'all gonna have to fix that. Y'all gonna have to fix that. I paid $100 and something for the year. I don't like that. I don't like that. For real, for real. Like that kind of, that's that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like that. We're gonna have to talk about it. Call me. We're gonna have to talk about it. Let me see, man. What can I get? Because this stuff, I don't really think this stuff fits. And I need that joint to be loopable. All right, let's try this one. Do I get this one? Do I? Bro, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Okay. They downloading that one. Okay, I was about to say, like, stop playing with me. And I don't want to download through the Blender add-on. I just want the HD. Dang, I can't get the HD. I gotta download through the Blender add-on. And I don't even got the Blender add-on. That's what's crazy. Wow. Production Crate, y'all gonna have to do better. Y'all gonna have to do better than that. We gotta find somewhere to get some fog cards. Let me see what we could do, man. Let's see, fog cards. Blender. Super Hive. I should have known I could have got some fog cards here. $8. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Makes sense to me. Add to cart, log in, buy out. Yeah. Let's go ahead and log out. I'm sorry, let's go ahead and check out. Send the email. Wait for the email to come through. Yeah, cool. Got some fog cards. Got a couple fog cards, and we working. We working. We working. We got a couple fog cards. Let's see where do we download it. Okay, there we go. Shout out to Super Hive, man. They all look, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Dang. Production Crate. Y'all made it hard. Y'all made it difficult. I'm gonna have to load up another blend. So we're gonna go here, save there. And I gotta open up this one alongside it. Oh, but it opens up in 5.0, so that's cool anyway. Yeah, y'all. We've been on here for what? About a good old couple hours. Hold on, y'all. I got a phone call. What happened with that? But yeah. So let me see. So these are not. They're just images. I want images. I did not want images. Hmm. Okay. Let's see if I remember how to let's see if I remember how to do it with like geometry. Shift A mesh. We'll do plane GZ so I can see it. Right? We'll do a plane. We will go give it a material. We will go to delete this. Shift A principal volume. Principal volume. Plug the volume into the volume. And if we turn down the density. I don't think that was it either, because that's just adding haze. I'm looking for fog. I'm looking for straight up fog. And I don't know how to make fog in Blender. I think I would have to go to geometry nodes, wouldn't I? Geometry nodes. Let's try it. Plane. Right? Y'all got me beat here. I don't know. Operations, volume to mesh. No, is it volume to mesh? Volume to mesh. Simulation, volume to mesh. Let's try it. Why not? Volume to mesh. And then maybe we'll add points to volume. Let's turn it up a little bit. Where is it? Where's it at? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right, let me delete this for a second. Delete. Yeah, that geometry thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. Geometry nodes. Boom. Add texture. Is it Veranoy? What is Veranoy? What does Veranoy do? Okay, so I guess that's not a real thing. Like, oh wait, yes it is. You plug it in down here to the vector. What's going on? Vector and is it? Nope, it's not Veranoy. Okay, I don't know. If you know, let me know. We can do that. But as of right now, I guess I won't be making any fog. I don't really know how to do that. I thought it was a plane, and then let's try it again. Plane, and then maybe add points. Let's try points. Let's try to add some points. Distribute points in volume. Did it give me a bunch of points? Nope. Let's keep adding. Distribute points to volume. Primitives. Volume to mesh. Turn it back into a mesh. Nope, that didn't work. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna get past that. We ain't gonna worry about the geometry nodes because I ain't got it. I ain't got the geometry nodes yet. Yeah. Y'all gotta go holler at Ducky 3D for that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ducky, he got that. He got that like on. He got that down pat. So I am going to look for some animated fog cards. Animated fog cards. They have them for Unreal Engine. I always find them for Unreal Engine, but I've never found them for Blender. So animated fog cards, Blender. Yeah. Got me beat. I don't know. We'll just stick to what we got, right? Maybe we'll delete that 0 from the camera angle. These all need a texture. Let me just turn it like a foresty greenish, and then turn it. No, I can't do that. You gotta give it a texture. That is terrible. You gotta give it a texture. Okay, I'll give it a texture. I'll give it one. Didn't want to, but I will. Bridge. See if we can find one in here. Surfaces. Uh-oh, wrong one. Surfaces. Soil. Icelandic rocky ground. Gravel ground. No. Dry cracked mud is a thing. Okay, that's a thing. Why not? Let's try it. Dry crack mud. 4K. Why not? Who cares? Dry crack mud. Hey, brother, I missed your call. Another phone call. My fault, y'all. What happened? It didn't export. Why not? Could not export assets. Please check log for details. Could not send a report 28888. Settings. I got the 3 8s. I don't know what's your problem. Maybe I don't need 4K. Let's just do a 2K resolution. I guess it's thinking about it. It's working on it. I don't know. It's working on it. It's working on it. Converting one of 5 textures. Let's turn that down some. All right, so we're converting the texture. I guess it's working. We'll see. So if I'm falling off the side of a mountain, I wouldn't want to fall off the side of a mountain, but I'm just saying, if I was to fall off the side of a mountain, the ground would look like, yeah, I don't know why bridge ain't working. So I just got to get this stuff with the texture. Let's see. Let's see. I'm holding on for dear life. We got this mountain covering up that edge of the rock. I'm sorry, that edge of the branch. If we Alt D and then kind of like rotate on the Z axis. Rotate on the X axis. Oh, no. Rotate on the Y axis. GY. And then pull it back. Maybe rotate on the X again. Cause it's out of it's low key, it's out of what do you call that? It's blurred. Put it like that. It's already blurred. So let me see. I want to move this all the way over here. GX, GY, rotate on the X axis, rotate on the Y axis. Flip up, that's scale. Rotate on the Z axis. There we go. Maybe this way. GX. Now from the camera view. GY. Nope. GX. Scale. Don't even see it. Don't even see it. Don't matter. Leave it alone. Leave it alone before you break something, boy. Leave it alone before you break something, boy. Yeah, we got to figure out what's up with that texture. If we don't get that texture in there, like, this is all gonna look crazy. So we got to get that texture in there. We could delete this bounce card that I had back there. We don't need that. And yeah, let's figure out the texture. Let's go back to bridge. And major shout out to Gaia for that landscape. I ain't gonna lie, I like Gaia. I just wish that the texturing was easier in there, or even if that's a thing. I don't even know if that's a thing. But let's see. Pine needles on asphalt, that ain't it. Forest mulch is what we were trying to get. Could not. And what? Oh, it's 4 8s. That's why. File. Settings. It's 4 8s. I got 3. Boom. All right, now. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. And that should be forest mulch, forest mulch. Forest. I see forest ledge. Did it come through? Blender file, materials. It was called forest mulch, right? Forest mulch. Huh. It didn't come through. It did not come through. Okay, let's try it again, Bridge. What's good? Let's see. We could do a different one. Let's see if we can do a different one. Oh, that's the same one. I am attracted to that one. I think it's forest mulch that I want. I don't know why it does not want to export. Maybe I need to restart Blender. Yeah, let's go ahead and restart Blender. We already saved it, but we're gonna save it again. And we're gonna restart both. This is Blender 4.5.1. I should be doing this in 5, but the plugin for Quixel Megascans does not work on 5.0, and I don't know why that is either. But I don't got time to figure it out. Like that's between Blender and Bridge. I'm just gonna work on what works for me. You understand? So we go open up that recent file. This is it. And let's go back and open up Bridge. And let's try to see if that will work for us now. We were on surfaces. We were on forest mulch. It was called forest mulch. Forest mulch. You would think I would be easily able to find it because I was like, yo, like I want that one. That's the one that I want. You would think that I would easily find it, and of course, I don't see it. Let's just go through soil, mulch, forest mulch. Ah, crap. Export. You better work. You better work. Export to Blender. Export it successfully. Let's go to Blender file, materials, forest mulch. It worked. Okay, so let's apply that to the first Gaia plane, and it should apply to all of the ones that I wanted that one, but I don't really like it. I don't really like why it look like that. That don't look good. I don't know, chat. I don't think that look good. I don't like that one, chat. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like that one. We're gonna go ahead and undo that. I think honestly, I can probably make this look a little bit better by taking some light off of it. Then it would be a night scene. I don't want that. It's in the distance. It just needs some tint, at least some tint. It needs some tint, some type of tint to it. So let me go to the first one. Maybe if I just kind of and just kind of slide it just ever so slightly to the orangish slash like brown. Yeah, that don't look that bad. Do it look far away though? Let me try Eevee. Let me see what's up with Eevee. Eevee, you know, we got a love-hate relationship. Me and Eevee, we got a love-hate relationship. You understand? I be trying to Okay. Hat falls. Okay, we gotta try to, Eevee does very good playback though, I can't lie. Let's bring this one up just a little bit more. All right, Eevee has good playback. We've tinted. Now we need, let's try this. Let's try this. Let me go back to cycles. Let's try this, right? We're gonna go Shift A. We're gonna add a cube, and we are going to. Do I want the fog? Where do I want the fog at? Where do I want the fog? We are going to add. Are we gonna add fog over the whole scene? Give it a material. Boom. Delete the principal biz diff. Shift A. Principal volume, take the volume, plug it into the volume, turn down the density, turn up the anisotropy. It's like the color changed though now that I came back over to cycles. Let me go to my timeline. Timeline, bring it back. Yeah, the color of the plane changed since I brought it over to cycles. Maybe it needs to be darker. No. Lighter? I guess lighter. And I don't think we want the fog covering. We don't want the fog all the way up here. I can see that now. I can see that now. We do not want the fog all the way up here. So let's grab that. I'm undoing, guys. So I'm undoing. There we go. We want the fog, and I won't even use this fog. I'll use the haze that I have in my asset browser, which will also tint the ground a little bit more to the color that I want it to be. So if I go to my asset browser and I type in haze, if we go with a textury orange, we just put it like way down there. Hold on now, because you're doing too much. You got a little bit too much dip on your chip. Slow it down. You did the whole scene. Bring that down, Playboy. 0. Scale. We need to turn this. Good Lord, that's a little too much. You know what? Yeah, it's a little too much. We'll go with a different one. Let's try medium size haze. And we'll put them right down there. I thought you said it was medium. GZ. Okay. Let's see. Let's rotate. No, let's scale. GZ. And from the camera perspective, that would look like. I'm not mad at it. And it actually does make it look a little bit more realistic. I'm not mad at it. I just I'm not mad at it at all. It's just not giving me the look that I want. Got a good fall off to it. And I need here, let me make a plane because I need a ledge. I'll show you why I need a ledge in a second. But I'm gonna move this over here, turn it this way, bring it up, and bring it over, and bring it back, and bring it back even further. I can't get it over. Okay, there we go. And this is gonna tell you why I need that ledge. GZ, bring it down some. And I'm going to give this a material. I'll give it a material, but I'm going to go to bridge because I'm going to give it a, it has to have like a rocky gravel, but not concrete. Like, let me see, gravel has to be like a, let me see, gravel. I need like a, that's a mulch. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. We need gravel. Yeah, something like this, but it needs to be not Western, not sand, not concrete. What's this? This. That's what we need. That's what we need. And I'm gonna show you why we need that. I'm gonna show you why we need that. I could have actually used, yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. We're just gonna go ahead and export this one. Quarry slate ground gravel. We'll minimize this and we'll give it quarry slate ground gravel. And I gotta flip it a little bit. Bring it over a little bit, bring it back some more. Bring it back some more. We're gonna tab into edit mode. And we're gonna give it a bunch of faces by subdividing. Subdivide. And I'm just gonna go through and kind of delete the ones that I don't need because I want it to be like a, I want it to be vertex, let me see, GX, GY. I don't know why it cuts itself off right there, but it makes no sense to me. All right, let me go to object mode, GY, nope, GX, GY. Ooh, what did I just do? GX. It would be so much easier if these were working for me, but they're not. These transform things, okay, maybe that does. And just kind of over here like that. No, that's too close, too far. It has to show the space. Y'all gonna see in a second. In 1 second, y'all gonna see why I did it this way. Why I'm doing what I'm doing this way. All right, got it in position. Back to edit mode. We'll turn on displacement and bump. Oh, I didn't give it all. I didn't give it a subdivision surface modifier. I forgot I'm at 4.5. I gotta actually do that. Subdivision surface modifier, simple, adaptive subdivision, object, apply. We'll tab back into edit mode, select all of them, click U, project from view, tab, object, and then I also want to do, where is this at? Auto blend, set up auto blend, okay. I want to do this one and this one. I want those to blend together. So we'll add, and then we'll, is that gonna work? Is that working? I got the Nordic, it's supposed to be both of them. I only got one? No, I got both. I got both. So now let me select, I don't know why the auto blend don't want to work for me today. I guess this will work. It did a little something. It did a little something. Could I have gotten, let me see, ledge, could I have gotten a flat ledge, a flat rocky ledge? See, I want a ledge like this. Maybe I should take this ledge and then just give it the material that I want to give it. I'll take this ledge and just give it the material that I want to give it, because I don't like how that plane looks. Basically somebody's gonna come out and walk on that plane. I can't tell you who's gonna walk on that plane and kick me off the mountain, but I'm gonna get kicked off the mountain and I'm gonna fall. Yeah. I was talking to y'all before and I was trying to tell y'all, when you acting, you gotta act now. Y'all see that face that I was making? Yeah. I was falling. Make it believable, or don't do it. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it goes. Let's see what this ledge look like. Let's replace this plane, delete the plane, grab this thing here, slide it over, slide it up. Rotate on the x-axis, and maybe we can expand on the GX, GY, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Come on now. Give me where I'm trying to go. So I can put this material. We gotta lower it down some. GZ. Nah. The ledge is supposed to be up higher if you think about. Let's move it back. Ledge supposed to be higher, I believe. Supposed to be over my hands. Let's see, let's get it up. So over my hands. GX. So the ledge stays put a little bit too. That's a little too. Let me size it down some. But now the stick looks like it's over the ledge. Let me bring it up some more. All right, cool. Now let me give it that texture. What texture do we have? We was doing Nordic Forest Cliff. Cool, there we go. And it matches. He's still falling off the side of the cliff. It still look crazy down there. It's something with the lighting. Some more with the lighting that I want to do, y'all. And I can't put my finger. Ooh. I said I couldn't put my finger on it. It turned it and said, "Ooh." Seriously though. Let's move this. Nope, wrong way. Let's move this over now. This is not supposed to show. Ooh, what if we blocked off some of the light? Let me bring this way. Blocked off just a portion of the light like that. What if we used Alt D, GY, 0, GY, just to block off the edge of that stick there. I don't think we should have blocked off this light. We need that light back. Maybe we can slide it down or something though. And then bring it out. We getting there, y'all. Like we really I'm mad at this. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kinda mad at this. I want this there. But at the same time, it's like by having it, it's see, that looks like he could get up. I don't want that one. Rotate X. Let me get some different music playing. Yeah. Turn it down a little bit. Sorry, my bad. This is actually one of my hit songs. Did like 60,000 over in Thailand, Vietnam, and other places. Yeah, so yeah, check it out. Check it out. While we work on this, because we getting this done. So. But you still gotta respect me. That's all I ask you. Wonder when they gonna realize that boy Lee different. No history in your city, I could really live it. Like I should be looking down more. I heard that's the lame side. But really never mind, cause I'm just here on business. I move in a way that garners attention. That make y'all mad. I just want honorable mentions. It ain't all bad. What made you get in your feelings? Going outside, what made my passion offensive? I don't get it, I'm alone. I stayed in the trenches. No ceremony needed. I just got straight to the digits. Eating lobster in Toronto while looking for Drizzy. Did you miss me? Cause I just been giving you distance. But real talk, I said the number's still the same and the Wi-Fi good. But them FTs stop when your life get good. Said I would never drop names and how key I should. But I would rather keep it solid like a real one would. But if the shoe... All right, we're gonna animate the camera. Cause this camera is yeah, why not, right? Let's see. Timeline. Let's turn off the investigation. Somewhere like far away from here. Like I'm not even supposed to be here. Like I'm just a temporary resident. You know. Don't get too used to me. Don't get comfortable. I feel like I did something, y'all. I feel like I did something. Like from the camera perspective. And I definitely did. What did I move? I moved something because even now my fingers are off. I know I moved the camera for a quick second, but it was a quick second. I put it right back. God dang. Camera be playing me. I don't even know if I still have the. What's this? GZ? GY. Why does this not have a texture? Happen to you? See, sometime Blender get the tweaking. Sometime Blender get the tweaking. Like, why don't you have a texture? Like, what happened to you? Crazy. Alt D G Z G Y. It's like my legs are supposed to be, and I think that's camera angle. G Z R Z. No, yeah, R X. Like I'm supposed to be looking down. Yeah. Yeah, like that. But I gotta make sure that the camera can see me at all times. Depth of field, object, Beeble footage. No. Depth of field. What is this? What is this called? What do we call this? We call this timeline. Why are all of these in this collection? Anyway, I'll change it. I'll change it. What do we call this? Call it, yes, time. Yeah, it's just timeline. So if I was to animate this camera, let's say I did Shift W. Oh, I gotta turn off the investigation. Shift W. Let's say I came from, I'm trying to find the direction that I want to come from. Do I want to come from above? I think I want to come from above. And I would have to build out a little bit, but Shift W, and then just kind of, wait, hold on. Oh, snap now. Nope, above ain't it. It has to be the camera perspective. Why is this going so far every time? Man, god dang. All right, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. I just want it to look as like realistic as possible. I guess the rest of it might just take place in DaVinci Resolve. I don't know. I might have to do the rest of it in DaVinci Resolve. I need to give my eyes a break anyway because I don't know exactly what it is I'm missing. And now I'm playing with everything. The light, the everything. So let me see. Hmm. I'm gonna render this out. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna look in DaVinci, but I'm gonna render this out. I'm gonna render this out. And maybe I should actually use the 8K textures, right? Let me go to bridge. Everything that I used, I'm gonna download the 8K textures for. Go to my recent, so I think it would be. And look for the 8K textures for every last one of them. Asset nature rock. Oh, they got the new atmosphere thing in DaVinci. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna render. All right, let me get right. All right, so output, that's cool. We're gonna do 24 frames per second. End at 315, not 314. What's that 315? I thought 315 was when I let go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. End at 315. Let's set our destination to think tank, side of a mountain. We'll do another folder, Blender, render. We'll accept. We will go. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hate OpenEXR because I can never grade it right. I can never grade it right. I am terrible at grading OpenEXR, but I know that that is the way to go. Float half, DWAA lossy. Is it DWA or DWB? Is it DWA or DWB? I'm gonna go with DWA lossy. We're gonna go override. No. Leave that there. Leave that there. Follow scene. But what I was looking for was the color, which is gonna be. Oh yeah, I gotta get all of these. I need the mist. I need the normal. I need my direct, indirect color, direct, indirect color, direct, indirect color. I need all that. Go ahead, get me together. Volume. This is in the render. I don't really like a lot of denoising. But I'm getting fireflies. So I do need to do denoising. We'll do that. I want full global illumination. I'm different. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want full global illumination. The lighting though is not matching right now. So give me 1 second. Let me play with this joint just a little bit. Let me see. How can I do this? I'm gonna play with the lighting just a little bit. Yeah, I mean that's fairly decent. That's fairly decent. Look pretty realistic to me. I can always come back and play with the lighting some more. Let me see. Full illumination, film, performance. I don't like tiling. Persistent data is cool. Pixel size, automatic. Bake. Oh, color management. Color management. AGX. Let's do Filmic. Log. No, we'll do Filmic. We'll do Filmic. And I want to give it some contrast. Dang, that good contrast. That's some good contrast, but the problem is the light. Cinematic is always, light is always toward the camera. It's always toward the camera. Let's see what we could do. Any nightmare that you're having is always going to be somewhat dark, right? It doesn't take place in the daytime. So I gotta fix this light. I gotta figure it out. I don't think I ever had it perfect, but I do believe that I can get it there if I just, you gotta be just right. We almost there. That's definitely not it though. I felt like that looked a little bit more real than all of it. If I could just turn it down just a little bit. Oh, and then change my temperature. If I wanted to look less warm, I want it to look warm. Turn the strength down. Turn the exposure down. I just saw a portion where D, G, Z, GX, GY. Come on, man. You don't move forward. Dang. Yeah, there we go. That harsh little line right there over my face. I would love to get rid of that. Maybe you can do that by bringing back the bounce light and turn, I mean, the negative fill. And let me see, where would it be? Where would it be? It would have to be. I'm gonna roll with that. Whatever. Whatever. We're gonna roll with that. Samples. That's the viewport. Samples over here we could do 250. Denoise optics, we're gonna turn this to 0.001. Albedo, light paths, I got the full global illumination. I forget what this does. Approximate, diffuse, and direct light with background tinted ambient occlusion. This provides fast alternative. Okay, it's a fast alternative. All right, we'll do that. I guess we don't need that. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll do fast global illumination. We'll simplify and anything else. What else can we do? I think that's about it. I think I'm about to render. Should I go AGX? I should do AGX. I think I'm gonna go AGX. High contrast. Medium high contrast. All right. All right, y'all. I'm about to take a break. We rendering the animation. Let's see how long is it gonna take for a frame. All right, so we are at about That is not supposed to be in focus, man. The rock is not supposed to be in focus. We're about 16 seconds per frame. That rock, I'm sorry. I gotta kill that. Because this rock is not supposed to be in focus at all. At all. I gotta kill that. Let me see. Object. People footage. Where is it at, dude? People footage. F-stop. 1.8. 1.8. All right, and we'll go back to where I was rendering, and we'll delete that first one. Delete. Accept, and then render animation. All right, y'all. Yeah, so we had about what was it? 7 seconds per frame, and it's still in focus. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take it out of focus in DaVinci. Is this cycles? Yeah, this is cycles, man. What is it doing? Okay, whatever. I'll let it do its thing. We had ooh, that was 16 seconds per frame. About 16 seconds per frame. I'll see y'all a little bit later. We're gonna get back on later. We're gonna figure this out. Hey, but listen, thank y'all for rocking with me. We had a couple viewers in and out. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all. And yeah, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do it again. Yeah. Until later on, y'all. It's Leon, CMD Media Group.